up, Hobby Jogger Nation? It is January 7th. This is my second shoe unboxing of the day because earlier today I unboxed the Audi Star 3, got some miles in it, and I'm getting ahead because tomorrow I have to drive Mace to school. And so I'm not going to have a lot of time for filming shenanigans. Then I have an early meeting. So I'm going to get a speed workout in this guy tomorrow. We are headed to Carbon County. I have not run in a lot of race shoes recently. I ran in the Adios Pro 4. A few days ago, I ran in the Nike Alpha Fly 3 on, I think it was New Year's Eve. Yeah, those were my last miles of the year. In the Alpha Fly 3, I just did a two-piece in it. And then before that, man, I really was not running in a lot of carbon-plated shoes. Most of the carbon shoes released earlier last year. This isn't a new release. This is Under Armour's carbon race shoe. I haven't actually tried any Under Armour shoes, and I'm excited. But the reason I haven't run in any carbon shoes is because I have not been doing a lot of workouts. I had the Chicago Marathon in October, which was eons ago at this point. Then I did the Ultra Marathon beginning of December, so the lead up into that, late November, was a lot of mileage, not a lot of fast race pace. And then I did an event at my friend Jim's house 2 weeks after that Ultra, where it was just 100 laps around his house, again, a more trail style race. So I haven't been doing a lot of speed on the roads. I really want to work on getting some efficiency back at these faster paces. And this has been sitting around. I'm trying to get some of these shoes that have been in boxes sitting around out. Also some of these newer releases. I do have 2 new shoes coming in this week that are fresh releases because next week I'm going to be traveling for work. Honestly, guys, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about what that's going to mean for my filming, traveling for work, because I'm going to be probably just running on the treadmill a ton. I just heard a sound out there. It's night. But all right, here we go. Under Armour. I don't even know what this thing is called. Is it the Infinity? Hold on. All right, that was just Charles out there putting in the work. Yeah, it's 8:32. It's a true partnership, man. I'm grinding in here. She's putting in the work out there. Kids are sleeping. We're locked in building, man. Under Armour. Unboxing an Under Armour shoe. I was actually joking around about, I can't even get this out of the box. I was joking around about Under Armour in today's video, the Audi Star 3, and about how in middle school football, Pop Warner, you had to have the actual Under Armour undershirts, the cold gear and the heat gear, and then if you didn't have them, you weren't considered cool. That's what this brand reminds me of. I don't really know if they've evolved with the times, Under Armour. I wouldn't consider them a cool, trendy brand, but that's the thing. You don't need to be cool. You don't need to be trendy to make running shoes. They are making a legit effort to make performance running shoes. They've sponsored a stable of high performance athletes. They have both on the men's and women's side. Simbasa on the men's side. Is it Sharon Lokedi on the women's side who are crushing it at races? So athletes have used this shoe to win. It seems like it's a legit shoe, but they're just not taking it seriously yet in the running world. I also have a guy here on the channel, one of our friends, Carlos, who told me that one of their daily trainers he thinks is the best daily trainer on the market, and I'm going to order that one in to test as well. But this is their race shoe. What other better shoe to test than this? It is the, Velociti Elite 2 EIS, which this is some sort of collab version of it, and I got it in an 11 because this was the only size they had left. They did not have a 10.5. MSRP is $250. The crazy thing is they were doing all these holiday sales, and Under Armour will have crazy deals. I'm actually part of their affiliate program, so I get their emails on what certain deal codes are, and you can stack all their discount codes. So with all their different discount codes, I was able to get this down to $80. Somebody posted this on the Supwell app, and I used all those discount codes to get it down to $80. So $80 for a race shoe that, I mean, elite athletes are using this to set PRs and run sub 210 marathons. So it has to be decent. I'm saying so. Bada boom. Let's see. Bada bang. And man, decent looks. More than decent looks for sure. They did a nice job with the looks of this. Also, lots of foam in the forefoot here. So let's take out this insert. But yeah, I actually really like this colorway. It's gold, white, gold, and green. It's almost a St. Patty's Day. And I really like this upper. It's sort of knit upper material with this crosshatch pattern on it, this nice lime green, and it is a dual foam midsole. So on the bottom you have, I think they call this the flow compound, which I say right here, which is some sort of a rubberized foam. So they do not have a true rubber outsole. You can see the carbon plate in the middle. Let's do a good old flex test. Yeah, that is not flexible. That's a stiff platform. And then you have a top layer of what looks like a beaded PIBA. I'm not sure if this is PIBA. I'll look it up at some point, but overall the design is clean. I know Steven Scullion. He's the other Under Armour athlete that I know. I think he rocks this thing, but I love the way this looks. I love this colorway. Let's see in the back. Ooh, that is a very narrow heel in the back. That is narrower than the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4. That might even be narrower than the Asics shoes. And I have to say, in hand, this is also not a very lightweight shoe. This feels to me at least 240 grams in my size. But hey, that's probably not going to be a bad thing for a race shoe, because as we know, lighter weight means a softer, airier foam that compresses more. This does not seem like we're going to be having those bottom out issues that we had in the Adios Pro 4. I mean, yeah, look at this. On the Adios Pro 4, when I was squishing it in, it was completely collapsing. This is not budging. So this out of the box here looks like it's going to run the risk of perhaps being too firm, but good news is with the plate, it does look like it's positioned fairly low in the forefoot. Look at this. You can see there's only maybe 10 millimeters of foam under it, so this top layer of foam will be a lot of protection and cushion above the plate. So hopefully that gives us some nice bounce off the plate, and of course the plate is in there to stabilize it. So good looks, solid colorway here, firmer foam. The lack of an outsole will be interesting, but this is a race shoe. This is not a training shoe designed for tons of miles. And at $80, man, at $80, you can't complain. So I don't think that $80 sale is still going on, but one of my friends posted it on the Supple app. I think it was AJ Jackson who posted it on the Supple app, and I snagged it up. It was a week or two before Christmas. So can't really complain with an $80 race shoe. So let's get the scale fired up and see how this compares for weight and specs to some of our other top race shoes. Alright, so UA Infinite. No, I keep saying Infinite. Velociti Elite 2. My guess is 243 grams. Let's see. Ooh, wow. Wow. This merits a close-up. Man, 276.5 grams. That is not good. That is super heavy. Now, maybe it's going to be crazy bouncy, and again, elites have run fast marathon times in it, but everyone was chastising the Cielo X1 for being heavy. Look at this. Cielo X1, this comes in at 271 grams, so lighter than the Under Armour here. But man, this Under Armour better be crazy bouncy. And take a look at the heel here. So look how narrow that heel is. Let's compare that to Asics Metaspeed Edge Paris here. Look at that. Almost the same narrowness. Let's actually get our heel width measurement tool out so we can zero this bad boy out and take our heel width measurement. I'll just do it from the bottom at the center point of the heel. The Under Armour is coming in at 76. The Asics comes in at, wider. Asics is wider at around 78. So narrow and heavy, because look at this. Difference is Asics Metaspeed Edge Paris comes in at 194 grams. Now, of course, this is a size 11, but the variance between a size 10.5 and 11 is going to be maybe 10 grams. If we want to be generous, max 15 grams. I don't think so, though. Maybe 10 grams max. So even if this were 260 grams and a 10.5, that is still a really heavy shoe. For context, look at this. New Balance SC Elite V4. This is another shoe that I have in a size 11 race shoe. Let's throw this on the scale. 268 grams. So also a heavier shoe, 267.5. Look at this. Adidas Adios Pro 4. A shoe which was much too soft in the heel for my preference. Comes in at 213 grams. So that's the difference between the top tier shoes from the top marathon performance brands right now, Asics and Adidas, coming in around 210 grams, versus this B tier of shoes, New Balance SC Elite V4. Not my personal favorite, but a lot of people like this Hoka Cielo X1. These guys are heavier in weight, and it seems that the Under Armour is sliding in more with this camp of shoes. The thing is, these shoes have a lot of comfort, and that comfort comes not just from the foam, but from greater stability and more support in the back. If we do the width test on the Cielo X1, remember the Under Armour was about 76. This guy is 90 millimeters wide in the back, so much more stability. And then New Balance, we can do the width check here. Again, just around 90, touch under at 89. So heavy shoe, firmer foam, no rubber, clean look though. So we'll just see how it goes. So I think plan for tomorrow, I'm not even sure. I'm going to get my performance sleep tonight, and then we can lace these things up in the morning and let it rip. Actually, before we do that, let's do our stack check. This is the new most important segment. Oh, and we need to do a QA check. I'm too eager to sleep. We have to do our QA check first and our stack check. All right, new stack check. Zero it out with our fun tools here. And we drop the tool on the back of the heel. Comes in right where we'd expect it, 39.4. I actually have not done the Hoka Cielo X1 yet on the stack check, so let's do that. That'll be fun, huh? First Hoka Cielo X1 exclusive Supwall Science stack check. Bada boom, bada bang. 45.8. That might be the highest one. I think that is the highest one that I've tested yet. 45.8. That has almost 100 miles. Let's do the New Balance SC Elite, a shoe which I barely run it. I don't even know how many miles I have in this. I should run in the SC Elite again. I don't think I've run it since April last year. I did my last 20 miler before Coast Guard in this thing, and I haven't run in it since. So let's see. That comes in at 40.5. Wow, that shows you how much more stacked the Cielo X1 has. 45 millimeters versus 40 in the New Balance SC Elite. And while we're at it, why don't we just do the Asics Metaspeed Edge Paris to round out this stable of shoes here. Bada boom. Bada bang. Metaspeed Edge Paris. Wow, that comes in much lower. 36.2. That is crazy. Let's do that one more time just to make sure we got all the measurements right. Yeah, comes in at exactly 36.2. Again, exactly. So it really goes to show what I talk about and the way that I had described these shoes feeling, and how a lot of us describe them: lower to the ground, stripped down, streamlined, more connected, lighter weight. You can see the data matches that experience too. Narrower heel and way lower than some of these other more built-up race shoes like the SC Elite and Hoka Cielo X1. But man, SC Elite and Hoka Cielo X1 are actually some of the bouncier shoes out there, and Under Armour is coming in around the same specs as those. So that doesn't tell us anything about how the foam is going to perform, but to the touch here, it feels nice. It almost feels like a beaded TPU, like what we see in the Saucony Triumph 20. But yeah, it feels nice, so I'm excited. It's now actually finally time for me to get my performance sleep in. I'll see you in the morning. Look at that. That's fun, huh? You put the shoe on top of the blocks. Bang. Forgot the QA check. I think I'll just leave that great wall of shoe up until the morning. But right shoe comes in at 278.5, 279, and the left shoe was 277. So not bad QA, just an extremely heavy race shoe. New title for heaviest race shoe on the market. It's hard to tell though because the Cielo X1 is a size 10.5, so we can just call it a tie. It's tied with the Hoka Cielo X1 for heaviest race shoe on the market. Hold on, one more thing. Here is theoretically a heavier race shoe like this where you could find it on a good deal. I'm guessing you can still probably find this under $150, and if not now, then you will be. Theoretically, this is the perfect type of race shoe you'd buy to just train in. My biggest question though is going to be how this rubber holds up, because even if it's $80, $150, if it only lasts 100 miles, then it's a waste of money. So we're not going to get 100 miles in it in one run, but we will see how much this starts wearing down and if there is any bad degradation of this rubber compound. But other shoes like the Convara Pro that have had this have held up decently well for people, so only the miles will tell. Candid. Our school drop-off successfully complete. We left Oscar Mike at the school. And look at this, man. Shout out Michael Jordan. It's 23 in Mint Hill. That's way too cold. What's the high today? The high is 40 this afternoon. So if I do a double, it'll be warmer. But yesterday I doubled in the 39 degrees and I still wore a huge fleece. So it is cold this morning. I'm going to do my final prep and then we can go outside, lace up these shoes. Man, lacing up these shoes out here, I am not bundled up enough for this. 20 degrees. 20 is cold. And I can feel the wind starting to pick up here. But I have my warm socks on. And man, I'm glad I got an 11 in these because this toe box is super shallow. Wow, the length is fine, but the toe box is really shallow and it tapers aggressively with this rocker up at the front. And I was talking about the Convara Pro yesterday, but that's kind of what this feels like. This feels like a Convara Pro, lacing it up here with how firm it is on step-in. And Convara Pro does have a top layer of Power Run PB, which is the race foam like this, and then the plate. But this feels like a racing Convara Pro. This upper is going to take some work, I can already tell. It does have a nice fit. It's just this tongue is super thin. And the laces aren't that soft and stretchy, so I can feel it. You ever get that weird nerve bite? My guy Corey was saying he gets that sometimes. That weird nerve on the left foot that these shoes, the laces will bite down on. But the width is fine here. Nice race fit upper. The actual material of the upper feels nice, and it does feel like a $250 race shoe, lacing it up. Yeah, it almost feels like a Spider-Man super suit, this upper. It just clings to the foot. It's a cool feeling. Whew, right. I think almost successfully laced the shoes without having my hands freeze off. I'm gonna grab my gloves and do a walk test. Man, there is no squish at all in these things. I know I was unhappy with the softness of the Adios Pro 4, but there's a thing that's too firm as well. There is a thing on the other side of the section. Yeah, right now this is at risk of being a firm, heavy brick. We shall see. That's what it's feeling to me right now. This feels so firm, no squish at all when running. It's giving me big Kinvara Pro vibes, though, with the rocker, with how this lack of an outsole feels on the bottom. I do like these rubberized foam outsoles in terms of the ground feel. It gives it a nice smooth ride most of the time. We'll just see how this does with the wear pattern. But yeah, aggressive rocker. Stability is actually fine, even though it's so narrow, because it's also extremely firm. This might be the firmest ratio. If Adios Pro 4 is the softest, this might be the firmest ratio I've tried. And you can see with the density of the foam how heavy it comes in, because that weight is not coming from a padded upper or anything. That weight is coming 100% from the density of this foam. We'll just have to see how this activates, though, because there are other firmer, heavier shoes out there. For example, Boston 12, which I love. So this could potentially feel like that. It could feel like the Kinvara Pro, which I also enjoyed when running, but this is definitely not a walking shoe. Aggressive rocker makes me encouraged that this will be solid for running. But yeah, not a soft, squishy step-in feel. And one thing that's nice, though, is it almost feels, or not nice, but interesting. It almost feels negative drop with how aggressive this rocker is at the front and how much foam is under the forefoot. That's the nice part, this bulge of foam under the forefoot. And that's unique to this shoe. There's not a lot of other race shoes that give me this feel with this gigantic bulge of foam in the forefoot and the aggressive rocker. So cool design here. We'll see how it does. Plan for this run. I'm going to try to get 12 miles if I have time. If I don't, I'm going to have to cut at 10. I do have 2 hours until my first meeting, so I think I'll have time here. But let's just get going. I'm going to go inside and do my last bundle of preparations because it is gosh dang cold. And I can talk you through the workout when we start getting running. All right. So I was going inside to change. Charlie saw me and she saw my shoes and it got, whoa, those are fire. What are those? So these are Charles certified. They do look pretty sick. I do like the look of these, and man, I'm hungry right now. I feel like I haven't been feeling properly. This has just been a rough patch of running. Anyway, people keep saying I'm in a villain arc, so I guess this is the villain arc fit of the Patriots hat, because my hobby jogger beanie is in the wash. Charlie said it smelled weird, and I only have one, so Patriots beanie with the puffball. The Duke, what is this? It's not even a quarter zip. Duke jacket, so that's a killer combination. Patriots and Duke, most hated sports combination right there. And then to top it all off, the cherry on top is the Tracksmith pants. I'm actually going double pants. I have the Target pants underneath, the all-in-motion Target pants with the Tracksmith fit. I think if I had the Alpha Fly 3s on, the new ones with the fire, that would be the most, what's a nice way to say this, jerk hole runner fit possible. All right, let's get moving here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Yeah, this thing is solid. This thing is rock solid. Holy cow. Now it's also sub-freezing. The first few steps here, early overreaction, we just went from softest ratio I've ever tested to maybe firmest. This is extremely firm.
Holy cow. There is such a thing as too firm. There's too soft and there's too firm. We'll have to see how this does. And of course, I'm at my warm-up paces here, but foam is very firm. Now, rocker is amazing, super nice. And I can feel that bulge of foam under the forefoot, and I have a feeling it's gonna activate and push us along. But gosh dang, I feel like I'm back in Mill City, Lowell, Massachusetts, with all these bricks. A lot of these elite marathon shoes have the same issue. They don't feel good at hobby jogger training paces. And I think people misconstrued my analysis on the Adios Pro 4 because the title was so eye-grabbing, eye-catching, the hot mess. But what I said, if you rewatch the analysis and the part where I was running in the shoe, it felt horrible to me at my everyday training paces. And those paces, my everyday training paces, 7:30 roughly to 8, that's where a lot of hobby joggers are going to be training and racing. And then I also said it felt solid at faster paces, faster than 6:30. And that's where the hot mess aspect came in, because there was such a split character to the shoe. And a lot of elite marathon shoes have that. But the best ones, the ones that I recommend, the ones that make my lists, are the ones that are more versatile. And of course, brands have the right to design shoes for their elite athletes to run fast. That's the entire point of these shoes existing. But the point of me doing shoe reviews on this channel is to help the vast majority of runners, hobby joggers, who are not racing at 4-minute and 5-minute paces for the half marathon and marathon, find shoes that work for them. And so that was my issue with the Adios Pro 4. Landing on the heel felt so soft, and you saw that foam compressed all the way to the bottom. Now this is all the way on the opposite end of the spectrum. It's definitely not bottoming out. There's no too soft allegations here. I called the Brooks Hyperion Max OG the David Goggins of running shoes because it stays hard. This might be in that category as well. This puppy is firm. Fucker! Bro, they don't pay me enough for this. Out here in the freezing cold, run on top of some 2x4s. People always accuse other reviewers of getting paid to review shoes. Honestly, they're smart. That's a smart business model. They should be getting paid if they're reviewing these. That was mile 1. I don't know how fast I'm going. I also have no feeling in my fingers or my toes. I'm gonna think positive thoughts. 3 good things. It's sunny. It's sunny, that's good, even though the sun is only doing half of its job right now. That's a positive. Sun is out. I'm running. That's another positive. It's always a positive when we can run. Lately, I've been getting stuck at 2 positives when I try to do 3 positives. Third positive, I'm alive. It's always a positive, I think. Plan for this run, trying to do some sort of a workout, but I'm too cold to even consider that at the moment. So I'm gonna get at least 30 minutes of warm up here. And hopefully I don't lose feeling on my toes. These are some of my warmest socks. It's crazy. And my toes are still freezing. But yeah, hopefully these shoes break in a bit. But right now, I'm telling you, these are some of the firmest shoes I have ever run in. There is no give to this platform. It is straight up a reinforced rocker, but with no sink in. Oh man. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting better than this. I just tried to do a stride. These are narrow, firm, and heavy. This is like running in a pair of Dutch clogs. I'm gonna give it a few miles. I need to warm up. Hopefully these shoes break in. But so far, brick. Oh man, they can't all be bangers. Mile 2. The good thing about it being so cold is that if I lose feeling on my feet and legs, then I won't feel what it feels like to run in these shoes. What's that expression? Kissing frogs? And sometimes if we're seeking these deals and trying to find hidden gems, you gotta kiss a few frogs. You gotta kiss a few bricks. It does feel like they're softening up a touch. I'm holding out hope that when I'm warmed up and I actually start running fast, getting down to 5:30 pace, these will come alive. But for my size, 160 pounds, at a warm-up pace, these feel, gosh, miserable. Man, I wish I were in the Neo Zen this morning. Crushing some soft boy winter mileage. Instead, I'm in the Geppetto 5000s. Now, full disclosure, it's freezing and I'm miserable. So that's probably coming into play here. But I was also freezing and miserable yesterday running in the Audi Star 3. And I enjoyed that shoe. So that's not everything. That was mile 3, 7:23 pace. I guess the shoe is giving me some speed assistance, because normally I'd be at 7:30 pace right now. I don't know. I really need to pee. That means I'm gonna have to take off my gloves. My fingers are gonna be freezing. And I'll need to retie my pants. And these pants, these Tracksmith pants, if I don't tie them right, they slip down. And my fingers are already cold, even with the double gloves. I'm not sorry for complaining. If I'm miserable, you're gonna be miserable too. I'm taking everybody down with me. This is trash. I'm the captain of the poop ship. And it's sinking. Not fast though, and that's not sinking fast enough. It's a slow and painful plunge into the icy depths of winter despair. Don't let the sun fool you. The sun is a gosh dang lie. I'm just gonna do it. I have to take the L on the cold hands and just use the bathroom. You can't run fast with a full bladder. Well, you can but then that would be more misery for no reason. I told you yesterday, no voluntary misery. So empty the bladder, and then I'll talk to you about this workout. Looks like I'm chiefing loud. All right. Oh man. Oh, that's an L. I didn't even pause my watch. Oops. So plan for this morning, I want to get some reps at a faster aerobic pace. So 5K pace, 10K pace. I want these faster paces to start feeling more efficient again. When I was in the throes of Chicago marathon training, man, anything 5:30 to 5:56 felt so efficient, and that was marathon pace to slightly faster. But I've been crushing so many slower miles from ultra training, and then coming off the holiday break where I was running with the stroller and just not able to get workouts in. So my aerobic system is still firing. I can still run 7:10, 7:20, 7:30 pace all day. Yeah, that last mile said 8:42. I forgot to pause the wash. But yeah, I can still run my 7-minute paces and I feel smooth. But as I'm getting back down to marathon pace and faster, I've lost my efficiency and running economy. Running economy is how easy it feels and how easy the toll is on our body to run faster paces. You could have two athletes with the same VO2 max, or one athlete even with a higher VO2 max, with the athlete with the lower VO2 max, if they have better running economy, could be way faster. So running economy is related in a way to form, but it's about our own form and how efficient we are holding certain paces. So I'm gonna do 30-second reps, target 5:30 pace or faster, long recoveries between them, really focusing on efficiency. It should feel like I'm gliding at those paces. So this is what I call an aerobic efficiency workout. So as soon as we get around this corner, I'll do the first one. And I do not want to feel like I'm super winded or out of breath. I want to be fully recovering between these reps. This is not an aerobic system workout. This is a running economy workout. All right, first one. All right, that was the first rep. I'm just doing it by feel, the time. That was way too long. I forgot what 30 seconds feels like. That was 57 seconds and a 5:36 pace. And as I expected, this feels way better. Way better at those paces. It's not a crazy explosive ride, but it feels like a great tool for the development of speed mechanics. There's nothing weird about it at those faster paces. I'm not sinking in, and the rocker is really nice for helping me feel efficient. Still is firm, but more firm in an ultra boost way versus a complete brick way. And hopefully it even softens up more throughout this run. All right, rep 2. I'm gonna go straight, bang a left. Let's do it. "49 seconds, 5:23 pace." And I've been feeling horrible recently. Not horrible, but mid. I've been talking about a valley of mediocrity. These feel much better than I anticipated. And the fact that 49 seconds feels like 30 seconds, that's a good sign. Yeah, I'm gonna recover, bang some more of these, check back in a bit. 32 seconds, 5:22 pace. I'm also trying to do a better job today at keeping these recoveries longer than I feel necessary. If I'm not clocking my recoveries, I end up always going around 90 seconds to 2 minutes. That's just what I'm programmed to do. But I really want these to feel fast, light, and efficient. So once I feel ready to go again, I'm giving myself about 30 more seconds so that I'm fully charged up. So number 4, here we go. "43 seconds, 5:19 pace." That extra 30 seconds to a minute to feel fully charged up makes a difference. And this is not a workout that's designed to train a specific cellular system in the body or an energy system. This is more of a efficiency and mechanical workout, so we can recover as long as we need. It's not something like VO2 max where you want to get a certain number of minutes at that pace and not let your body fully recover, keep the heart rate in a certain rate. No, this is purely mechanical, so full recoveries today. And I've been trying to do more of this because my weakness is not the aerobic system. My weakness is running economy. If you run 5,000 miles a year and are running a 2:39 marathon, we need to work on running economy to get faster, not more mileage. So faster paces and making faster paces feel easier. For most people out there, developing the aerobic system is the best thing we can do to get faster, which is why I talk about mileage so much and why I'm still keeping my mileage up while I'm working on this other stuff. Just did one uphill, recovering now. In terms of the speed capabilities of the shoe though, it does remind me of the Asics Metaspeed Edge Paris, where it has that rocker, lots of foam above the plate in the forefoot, firmer overall feel. Now I know that's up for debate with the Metaspeed shoes. Some people say they're firm, some people say they're soft, but way firmer than Zoom X or On's Race Foam or the new Light Strike Pro or Saucony's Power on PB. So a lot of the same characteristics of that shoe when running fast. Thing is, the foam in the Asics shoes is far superior to this. I don't even know if the actual propulsion is better, but the fact that that shoe is so lightweight compared to this is dang near 40% heavier than that shoe, which is just absurd. The thing I should add though is this shoe is also 40% cheaper. I got it for 80 bucks, and you'll probably be able to get it on a crazy deal if you find the right codes at some point. Also, I've got to say, heel striking at those warm-up paces, that's where this feels like a horrible brick. But now that I'm warmed up and I have more of my speed mechanics, midfoot striking feels fine. definitely not soft, but I am getting way more bounce and impact absorption. And then for running fast, again, still feels very workmanlike, but not a brick. Not a brick for running fast. I'm gonna bang a few more of these. I'm not even counting. This is a by feel workout. I had a target of 10 in my head. I think we're somewhere around 7 right now. See you on the other side. I just did 2 more. I've been banging all these right around 5:20 pace. And that's all we need. With speed work, we should take the same frame as strength training. Minimum effective dosage. What is the smallest amount of speed work I can do to get the desired results? Because speed and intensity, that's the injury risk. That's the chance of us putting ourselves out. So what's the smallest risk I can take to get the greatest benefit? And it's not even the greatest benefit, it's just the benefit that I need. And for me, my desired adaptation from this workout is to make it so that next time I attempt a threshold workout or a marathon pace workout, I don't even know when that's gonna be. My schedule is a complete mess right now, but next time I do that, I want that to feel easier, and I wanna have my speed mechanics locked in again. And so for that goal, I don't need to be ripping off 5-minute intervals here. I just need short, small doses, a spoonful of sugar to make the mileage go down. And the goal with mileage is the opposite of speed. For mileage, it's what's the maximum amount of mileage we can sustain while still being able to execute our speed workouts and all the other responsibilities of life. Because with mileage, those aerobic benefits, they keep compounding as we stack more mileage. I just hit one of these at 5:41, which is a sign to me I'm either losing focus or power. And I'm not trying to go deep in the tank on this workout. I want to recover quickly, so I have no interest in blowing up my legs. So I'm gonna give it one more. Try to give one more solid one, then we're gonna call it. I'm at about 8 something miles right now, so hit one more of these and then cool to 12. Dude, I'm so hungry right now. My stomach is burning. All right, that was it. Last one, 23 seconds, 5:03 pace. We're calling it. And remember, with speed workouts, it's better to do too little than too much. Guess what? If you do too little, you know what the worst thing is that happened? You don't blow up your legs. You can come back out here and run more intensity tomorrow or next week. You know what the worst thing is that happens if you do too much? You're out for months. Yeah, as I'm cooling down here with relaxed mechanics, boy, this shoe just does not work. This is not a chill mileage shoe for me at all. And some race shoes are. Endorphin Pro 4, Cloud Boom Strike, Cielo X1, even Deviate Nitro Elite 3. Not this. I'll go hard in the hobby jogging paint, brother. Brick squad, flocker. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the breakdown after I shower in my meeting. So in case I forget to say it then, this is not a good shoe for running slow. This is ending as miserably as it started. Man, you know that feeling at the end of a good workout where your legs are popping off the ground Marathon pace feels like nothing. You're cooling down at 90 seconds per mile faster than your normal aerobic pace. Yeah, that is the opposite of how I'm feeling right now. That unstoppable feeling, no, I'm very stoppable. This is a stoppable winner right here. Also, for some reason, at this point in the neighborhood, for the past 2 days, the wind is just whipping. It's like a wind tunnel. It's like walking down Fifth Ave in New York. Oh man. I actually saw I Love McConan one time. I used to work on 48th and 5th, right across the Rockefeller Center. I would see celebrities. Remember this one random time. Remember that song? Club going up on Tuesday. Yeah, I saw that dude just walking around with either his manager or his mom in the freezing cold in a wind tunnel in Manhattan. I don't sell Molly no more. Shout out to all my millennials putting in work.
I am super hungry, man. 2 muffins and half a banana? That is not enough before 12 miles. I really need to ramp up my fuel. I said yesterday I was going to, making sure all my cords are plugged in. Yeah, I said yesterday I was going to fuel a lot, and then I fuel medium. It's not easy, though. This is the whole thing about running and training. Even though we know what we need to do, that's only half the battle. Knowledge of what it takes to be successful. The other half is executing it. So yeah, today I'm going to fuel a lot. It's hard, though, when I have doubles because then I don't want to fuel too much in between them and feel full. It's also always hard when I'm getting back up. I've talked about this before. When I cycle off of the doubles for any reason because I'm traveling or a holiday, it's always hard to retool the fueling system getting back to it. So I did 2 doubles, and I'm extremely hungry right now. I knew this morning I should have had more, but the trade-off of waking up early to eat before driving Mace to school is sleep. And I've been feeling like I need at least 8 hours right now to recover. So, man, we're getting through it, though. We got another 12 miles in the books. That is a successful morning run, a 12-miler. I have 14 minutes till I'm eating. You know what? I'm just going to bang this breakdown right now. I have no interest in coming back out here in the cold. Let's do it. I've been wearing my Nova Blast 4 for just coming down here to do these breakdowns this winter, so my feet can be warmer than in the slides. And it's actually a solid shoe for casual use. I was sleeping on it before because it's firmer and the heel is chunkier, but now that it's broken in and compacted, it's actually nice. And you can find them, I think, for about $100 with the Running Warehouse discount code. By the way, we did get the new Running Warehouse discount code for 2025 on the Supwell app. So make sure you're signed up. It takes 10% off of all fuel, which I should probably start ordering more fuel so I can fuel before these runs. And 20% off of all apparel, which is crazy. You can get 20% off of full-priced Gonya. There's nowhere else. I don't think there's anywhere else on the internet where you can get 20% off of full-priced Patagonia and full-priced Rabbit. Maybe Rabbit, but yeah, 20% off full-priced Gonya. There's some legit stuff. So make sure you sign up for the Supwell app. It's not just about the deals and the discounts. It's about the community. This is what I was thinking when I was out there on the run. Man, I started the Supwell app just with I searched for a technology platform I could build on that could support the needs at the moment, which were a community space where people could post their shoes to the marketplace. And the marketplace, the software, it's not even like there's transactions on it or anything that makes it different than another community marketplace, but I just wanted something to get started. And it's grown, and it's been amazing to see it grow and what's possible by just getting started. And that is the whole ethos of Supwell and the hobby jogger community. It's about just getting started and making continual improvements and becoming better every day. So if that resonates with you, make sure you are on the Supwell app. Also, if you're watching this video, you're probably a sick and demented fan of running shoes, because I don't know who else would be watching a video of this Under Armour race shoe. Look at it though. This is a clean colorway. It's some sort of a collab. It's wife approved, hot spouse winner. Don't Google hot spouse winter. I don't even know what that is. Nice green threads in the upper. Solid looking shoe. The upper is actually probably the best part of the shoe. The foam is fine. Let's just get into it. Let's throw it up. So we got a 12-mile run this morning. I don't want to keep sounding like a broken record, repeating myself, by the way. I do have some broken records. My records collection is starting to get scratched up because I've been letting the kids, all that I let them do is press the button so that the records play, but inevitably they end up touching them and dropping them. So my brand new Larry June record, Night Shift, that Charlie got me for Christmas, it's already scratched up, but I think that might have come scratched up. Anyway, I don't want to sound like a Larry June scratched up record talking about I'm in the valley of mediocrity every day out here, but sometimes that's what it is. Sometimes we get into these sticky periods during training where it feels like we're not progressing, but guess what? If we're consistent with the mileage and we're maintaining some semblance of volume, if we're maintaining 70%, 80% of what our peak volume was, if we're being consistent with occasionally doing some faster work like this morning, not getting injured, fighting off sickness, maintaining a good mental state. I'm still out here smiling even though these runs have been mid. We're going to improve, and we're laying the foundation to improve. There is something to be said about the pure consistency of keeping up the habit, because you can only take huge gains in fitness once or twice, maybe 3 times max a year, with dedicated concerted effort through these 6 to 12 week blocks of really hammering on a specific fitness system and increasing that, whether that's marathon pace or faster. So throughout the rest of the year, we got to maintain, we got to stack miles, we're laying the foundation, we're doing improvements on the foundation, we're making sure the cast iron pipes underneath this 1977 house here aren't going to explode up into our bathroom. That's probably the next gosh dang thing I'm going to need to fix. First, the water heater broke after the Chicago Marathon, and then now probably, I bet the cast iron pipes, we've been having the faucets in the bathroom are clogged. Regardless, man, Under Armour Velociti Elite 2. Let's throw up the splits. What I was saying is I started off super slow on this run. I ended super slow. It's freezing. It is freezing cold out here. It's about 20 degrees with the wind chill probably in the 50s. It's not easy to run fast, but we got it done. At those slower paces, this shoe does not feel good. This is not a cruiser type of race shoe. And when I reviewed the Adios Pro 4, I went back and forth with someone in the comments about why I was reviewing it. They said, if you don't like the shoe at slower paces, you shouldn't be reviewing shoes. Because I said I reviewing race shoes. Because I said I review shoes for hobby joggers. However, I'm trying to find the best shoes that feel the most versatile at those paces, and also what each shoe is best for. This is not one of those shoes that feels good at a slow pace. At an 8-minute pace, for me, more heel striking, leaning back, being more relaxed, it just does not feel good. It's firm, it's stiff, there's not a lot of give in the heel here, and if you look at the way this foam is set up, you're actually getting more of this firm white foam in the heel versus the forefoot. This is where the true race foam is. I have no idea what compound it is, but it is not a soft and bouncy pea, but let me tell you that. Bouncy, yes, when you run fast. Soft, no. So not a relaxed cruiser, not a shoe I would get if you're looking for a new long run tool for this winter. However, what I did find it enjoyable, I don't know if to say enjoyable, but functional, effective for, where it is a useful tool, is the development of speed mechanics. And there's different categories of race shoes, Hoka Cielo X1, even something like the Adidas Prime X Strong 2, on Cloud Boom Strike, where they have so much foam, comfort, balance, stack, support. They're going to be great for those longer miles. And other shoes like the Asics Meta Speed shoes, like the more low profile stripped down shoes, the Streak Flies and the Takumi Sens. By the way, the Streak Fly 2 and Vaporfly 4, those look nice. I'm excited to test those soon. But those types of shoes that are more for the development of speed mechanics, almost track shoes. I've never run in a track spike, but that's what this makes me feel like. It also reminds me of, if you saw those leaked pictures of the Vaporfly 4, or no, the Streak Fly 2, it looked like there was a negative drop. I saw on one of the forums someone mentioned it looked like it has a negative drop, where the front of the shoe is higher than the back. That is very similar to how this feels and why it's not great for landing more on the heel. You get that firmer foam, you're not getting the benefit of all the stack in the forefoot, but when you're landing more up to the midfoot, or even landing more on the forefoot, this firmer but bouncier foam comes alive. So if you've liked shoes like the Saucony Kinvara Pro, if you've liked shoes even like the Adidas Boston 12 and want something more for that fast top end speed, that's what this would be good for. That's where I enjoyed it the most, getting down to 530 pace and faster. And I also do have to say, I was playing with my mechanics and running with a powerful midfoot strike. So landing really right on this place and not having a fast turnover, but more of a low cadence power midfoot strike, really pushing through and rolling through the platform, putting down power right here. It felt nice. I think I could even run some marathon pace in the shoe and have it feel nice when my mechanics are more of that long bounding strides. So it's not a bad shoe. It's just not a great shoe for running more relaxed. And this foam, it's not a lightweight foam, so it's not going to be in the conversation for best race shoes out there. So in terms of all the other shoes on the market, I wouldn't buy this at MSRP. Heck no. $250, no. But if you're looking for a faster shoe, almost track day type of shoe, for really developing those speed mechanics, working on running economy, as I was discussing out there, working on these paces, these fast 5K and faster down to mile race paces that are going to make our half marathon and marathon paces feel easier. If you're looking for a shoe to do that, this would be solid. There's going to be no fighting against the foam, and the firmer a platform is, for me, the more efficient I feel. I feel very efficient in this. There's no wasted movement, similar to the ASICS Metaspeed Edge pairs, and that's what the carbon plate does as well across all the race shoes. It ensures that there's very little wasted movement. You're not losing energy laterally from squishing. That's why I didn't like the Adios Pro 4, because I felt I was losing a lot of energy sinking down into the heel. So you're going to have no energy lost in this, but you do have to be gripping and ripping up in the forefoot to get the most benefit out of the platform. So it's not a terrible shoe. It's not a complete banger. I don't like giving number ratings. I gave yesterday's shoe a number. It's a 5.5 to 6 out of 10 overall. But for the purposes of developing speed mechanics, running economy, maybe it's an 8.5 out of 10. However, if you train like I do for half marathons and marathons, you're going to be doing, for example, this run today, if we look at it, you can see the peaks of faster pace in that graph, and the rest of the run, 10 plus miles, is slower relaxed running. And for those 10 plus miles, it doesn't feel good. So do we want a shoe, and again, this was my whole point with the Adios Pro 4, do we want a shoe that's going to feel good for the 10% of fast running we do and feel only optimal for that? Or do you want a shoe that can handle and feel good or even okay for a wide variety of paces and also feel good at the fast paces? It's a false trade-off to say that we all race shoes, or we have to have a race shoe that feels bad. We don't have to have a race shoe that feels bad at slower paces. So very similar to the Adios Pro 4 in that not good for relaxed paces, but all the way on the other end of the spectrum, and that it is a super firm shoe. So if you like firm shoes, if you like the Saucony Endorphin Shift 3, if you like the Convara Pro, the Boston 12, maybe even the Saucony Guide, running short on time here, you might like this. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate you. Make sure you're signed up for the Supple app, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Stay hard. Well, my meeting got canceled, but guess what? Still need to refuel. Oh no, the fridge was just open that entire time. That's not good. That's not good. Now the light's not even going on. Charles, come on. All right, refuel, hit some OJ. And I'm telling you, I need a big boy refuel right now. We had this chili, so I'm gonna warm up some chili and then do like 2 quesadillas. This is gonna be a crazy refuel, but I'm just gonna smash some of this shower and then get on that. Fresh squeeze OJ, if you didn't know, one of the best post-run refuels out there. It's just quick digesting sugar and carbs, and I can just chug this. I don't have a lot of time because I do have to work. I can just chug this, and it will buy me 30 minutes before I completely crash. And sometimes not completely crashing is all we can ask for. Cheers, mate. All right, man, this is the medium boy refuel. I think I'm going to do a part 2, but we have the vegan chili. This stuff is absolute fire. Day 2 here. 3 types of beans with some big chunky tomatoes, onions, and the vegan chorizo. The thing is, beans are protein, but they're also carbs. So that's a lot of carbs right there. Plus, I just took whatever tortillas we had left and made quesadillas. This is dang near 3 different types of tortillas right here, but quesadillas. I'm going to eat this. I'll probably even do some more chili, make my coffee. I got the water going, but we're fighting back. This is how you fight back, man. If you're feeling like you're lagging at the end of workouts, right, and a 12-mile run for me is not particularly taxing, I could tell I need some carbs. I need to fuel up. I'm hungry right now as I'm speaking. So you know what I'm going to do? Stop speaking and start eating. I will see you tomorrow. I'll be super fueled up. Big boy carbs all day. One more thing. Look at this. Charles came through with the fresh bagels. So I'm going to pop one of these in the toaster. That's what you call Carbon County right there. Bang, I could smell the onions on those everything bagels. Look at this. Boom. Shout out to Family Dough, Min Hill, putting in work. All right, one more thing that's actually useful. This is one of those videos that just never ends. Okay, I told you, I signed up for Under Armour's affiliate program about 2 years ago. They are having another crazy sale. It's launching tomorrow. I tried to put these codes in. It's not active till January 9th. So by the time this video goes up, it'll be active. Also, I can smell burning. What the heck? I can smell. Is this thing on? No. Okay. I don't think I burned. Look at that. We did not burn. I burned the tip of the bagel. But the codes are extra 40. That will take 40% off. And then UA 15, you can stack. That will take another 15% off. So I calculated, if the shoes are still MSRP $250, the 40 plus the 15, that'll bring it down under $130. Maybe it'll even be 50% off stock. But try this tomorrow, extra 40 and UA 15 if you're interested in a very firm but fast shoe. Also, if you're interested in anything else on Under Armour, hopefully these codes will work on that. So yeah, extra 40 and then UA 15. All right. Oh, actually, you know what? While we're at it, why don't we I did want to show you guys this because I haven't even looked at it yet. Let's just take a look at the outsole wear after one run quickly, and then we can finally end this video. Man, that did get ground down pretty good on the heel. So yeah, some scraping on the heel, but the rest of the bottom looks to be in good shape. I have a feeling this will last up to 150 miles with no issue. So if you can get this under $130, it's worth a flyer if you want something fast for those Tuesday track day style workouts, 800 meter repeats, 600 meter repeats. If you're a bigger runner and you want something fast and firm for that, it's worth taking a flyer on it if you can find it under $130. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you. I love you. I really do love you.